10 books I read that helped me make over $10,000 a month. Let's get it. Hey! Disclaimer, I only read audiobooks. All of these books I'm about to list, you can find these on YouTube for free. So you ain't got to buy a book. You can find them on YouTube for free. I like listening to audiobooks over actually reading physical copy books because when I go to the gym, I can listen to an audiobook. When I go for a jog, I can listen to an audiobook. When I'm eating some food, I can listen to an audiobook. When you actually read a physical copy book, you got to actually dedicate time to specifically sit down and do that, which is nothing wrong with that. But me, I try to utilize all my time to make sure that I'm working as efficient as possible. And if I can listen to a book and still work out, go for my runs, and overall be productive and still listen to an audiobook, I'd rather do that. The first book is The Way of the Superior Man. This book right here changed my life. I wouldn't even be making this YouTube video right now if it wasn't for this book, okay? Yo, this changed my life. I remember when I was down bad, like I'm talking about like July 2022. Yo, I was down bad. I was getting taken care of by a girl. I had like 2 warrants on me. Like I was just effed up in life. I didn't want to do nothing. I felt suicidal. When I read this book, this instantly like, I stopped being suicidal after I read this book. That's how powerful this book was. Specifically, what changed my life was when the author said, a man's purpose is what he provides to the world. And if a man is not providing nothing to the world, if a man is not giving nothing to the world, then a man will start being selfish. A man will start being sad. He will start being depressed. And I was literally the man he was talking about. I wasn't giving nothing to the world. All I was doing was hitting licks and serving weed and shit. That I wasn't giving nothing valuable to the world at that time. So I was like, yo, it's like, if I want to feel better, yo, I got to start actually providing things to the world. But not only did that actually help me feel better as an individual, that also led to me get more money, because if you're providing a service to the world, you're going to get paid for that service. And this led me to making over $15,000 a month, right? So now, even right now, I got a supplement company. I provide healthy herbs to people, right? So it's a lot of things that I do. Also, too, if you want to learn how to make $10K a month with content creation, link in the description, join my community. We got you, my boy. Hey! Overall, it's a 10 out of 10 book. It helped me understand my purpose on a deeper level, right? And it helped me actually recreate a new purpose, because you never find a purpose. Like, you can't find a purpose. A lot of people be out here trying to find a purpose. You don't find your purpose. You create your purpose, right? You don't find opportunities, you create opportunities, right? So this is what this book helped me understand. So it's definitely a must read, 10 out of 10 for every man, and even women as well too. Not just men, this is women. Women, if you're a woman watching this, you need to read The Way of the Superior Man too, so you can understand men on a deeper level, and also understand yourself as a woman too, because he was talking about a lot of he gave a lot of gems in that book to understand masculine energy and feminine energy. But next book though. The second book is Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joseph Spencer. Whoo! Hey, my boy! Yo, if P game, if books in NBA terms, if books were NBA players, my nigga, I ain't gonna lie, that nigga Joe Dispenza, he LeBron, that nigga the GOAT. If books was NBA players, yo, that's a must-read book, okay? That's LeBron James, okay? That's Bron. But nah, back to business, right? So yeah, Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, that was like one of the most I'm talking about, I ain't gonna lie, yo, I got a whole bunch of list of books. This is like number 1. Okay, this is number 1. Like if you gotta go get this book. This book right here, yeah, that's the one for sure. That book helped me understand so much, even just about my thought patterns, and then it helped me understand that people form an identity based around trauma. So now, once you form a certain identity based on your experiences in life, right, now you start making this identity your personality. And now this personality becomes your reality. So a lot of people have effed up experiences happen to them, and now they develop a self-image, aka identity, from all these bad things that happen to them. I'll give you an example, right? Let's say you're watching this and you're a very unconfident dude. You got bullied growing up. No girl ever wanted to talk to you. You always got rejected. You probably don't believe in yourself like that. You probably lack self-esteem. So you have allowed past experiences, because past experiences only exist in your head, okay? Don't let a memory F up your life, my boy. You feel what I'm saying? So you have allowed past memories to dictate who you are right now in the current moment. I'm going to say that again so you can understand what I just said. You have allowed past memories to dictate who you are right now in the current moment, aka who you are right now in your journey. My boy, it's in the past for a reason. You can't ever go back to there. You're allowing past memories to dictate who you are and how you think and how you move right now. So now, because of that, you have formed an identity off of this, right? And this identity has formed a personality. And now this personality is creating your reality. So, yo, go read the book Go read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. If you want to break your thought patterns and you want to understand how energy works, like, yo, that book, I don't even say nothing about it. It's the go! But the main thing that it did was it helped me release and let go of my limits and beliefs, okay? I had limits and beliefs because of the way I grew up. I didn't grow up with the most money in life, you know what I'm saying? So now I'm older, right? And I had so many limits and beliefs. You gotta understand, limits and beliefs will stop you from making over 10K a month, over 50K a month. Like, you gotta let go of limited beliefs if you actually want to get to that next level of life. Third book is Psycho-Cybernetics by Maxwell. I feel like that's a beginner book to Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza. I feel like you need to read Psycho-Cybernetics first, then read Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself by Dr. Joe Dispenza, okay? But yes, Psycho-Cybernetics has definitely helped me realize that everything, right, is about self-image. Like, the life that you have right now is a reflection of your self-image, okay? So it's like if you have a bum life, this is because you view yourself like a bum. In the book, the author is a plastic surgeon. He would say, oh, when he starts performing plastic surgery on people and he actually makes them look better, it would be certain individuals that they would get the plastic surgery. All of their friends would tell them, yo, you look way better, woo, 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 but they would still feel unconfident, right? They would still feel like they're ugly, even though they look way better on the outside. Pretty much what he's saying is, you can't change the outside thing, is gonna change the inside. So you have to change your internal self-image, okay? Once you change your internal self-image, your external outside will change as well too. So essentially what I'm saying is a poor man can never be a rich man if he still views himself as a poor man, okay? If you wanna actually become wealthy, you actually wanna become rich, if you actually wanna become financially stable, you're gonna have to start viewing yourself like you're already there. View yourself like you're already on level 100. If you view yourself like you on level 10, you a broke ass nigga, my boy, you always gonna be a broke ass nigga. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta have, and this is what manifestation is. People don't understand this. People think manifestation is, oh, I gotta write it down 369 times. Oh, I gotta meditate all day. You need to change your self-image. When you change your self-image, this is when you're actually properly manifesting. Okay, so start changing your self-image. Whatever, because understand this, if you want a manifestation, right, don't think that the manifestation is gonna change who you actually are. Manifestation is not about getting something, it's about becoming. Okay, so if you want your manifestation, you have to become the individual that actually has your manifestation. So for instance, if your manifestation is you want $1 million, my boy, you need to become the individual that deserves $1 million. You talking about you want $1 million, but nigga, you wake up at 12 p.m. every fucking day. You talking about you want $1 million, but you work a 12-hour job from Monday through Friday. My boy, you're not gonna get $1 million by working a job from Monday through Friday for 12 hours a day, because my boy, time is money. Get your time back, my boy. You see what I'm saying? So it's little things like that. Like, you want $1 million, but you're not even disciplined to handle that type of money. You don't even have the knowledge to handle that type of money. So before you think about how can I chase money, you need to be thinking about how can I become the individual that, for one, knows how to get that amount of money, but not only knows how to get that amount of money, how can I become the individual that actually has the discipline and responsibility to actually handle $1 million? A lot of motherfuckers want $1 million, but you're not even ready for that. Fourth book is No Excuses by Brian Tracy. Now, personally, me, I ain't never been an excuses making ass nigga, but if you an excuses making ass nigga, then you need to go read this book ASAP, okay? It was definitely a good book to read. I definitely liked it. It was definitely like an 8 out of 10, 9 out of 10 book. I really liked how he broke down, like, the science of making excuses. Like, he broke down pretty much that there's only one. He broke down pretty much that there's no excuses. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I remember he said something in the book like, I don't care if the economy is bad. I don't care if this happened in your life, this happened in your life. It's either you get it done or you don't get it done. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? And I really liked that book because it was like, I remember I'd be reading that book while I'm working out or whatever, and it just made me like want to go harder with things. I've never been the type to make excuses, but this book really just made me like, yo, like, it's more that I can do in life. Like I don't even make excuses. But the fact that I'm even reading this book got me feeling like, no, bro, like I'm on this level right now, I can take it to the next level. So it's definitely a good book to read. But like I said, if you're the type of person you always make excuses, then you need to take your excuses making ass over there and read that book for sure. Fifth book, The Go-Giver by Bob Berg. Hey, whoo! Yo, this right here, yo, I said I'm not gonna lie. Dr. Joe Dispenza book, The Breaking the Habit of Being Yourself, and this, top two. Top two for sure, for sure. These changed my life, okay? All of them changed my life, but specifically the Go-Giver one, yo, I love that book. I don't listen to that. Out of all these books, I don't listen to that one the most. I don't listen to that about like 6-7 times. The book is a story about a marketing salesman, right? And he's pretty much like a stingy salesman. Like, he's really just in it for the money or whatever. Then he meets like an older dude that's like a multi-millionaire. And the multi-millionaire is pretty much telling him the way of the go-giver, right? He's telling him if you want to receive more income, then you need to make sure that you give as much as possible. Essentially, what you need to do is you need to give this much and charge this much, okay? So for instance, this is what I'm saying. If you offer a service that's worth $1,000, then you essentially need to only charge about $100 to $200, okay? So what the book taught me was you need to give as much free game as possible, and you need to under-promise and over-deliver, okay? And it also taught me that it's about the customer service, right? I give an example. For instance, let's say me and you both have a restaurant. Let's say we serve the exact same food, healthy food, right? We say that we serve the exact same food, but in your restaurant, when they come in there, yo, you don't greet nobody at the door. It's bad customer service. Like, you don't even look like you want to do your job for real. But at my restaurant, as soon as you come in there, you get greeted at the door. It's a vibe. We in there turn. It's a good time. You know what I'm saying? It's a vibe. Whose restaurant do you think the customers are going to choose to eat at? You think they're going to choose to eat at your boring ass restaurant where y'all niggas is rude as fuck? Or you think they're going to choose my restaurant? We actually lit and we actually got good customer service. Okay, so that's another thing too. That book definitely taught me about, like, it's about the customer experience, right? Like, yeah, the product can be good for sure, you know what I'm saying? It's about having a good product, but if you got a good product and you got bad customer service, if I got an okay product, but I got a great customer service and the customer has a great experience with my business, I'm gonna get more money than you in the long run, and I'm gonna get more sales than you in the long run, okay? Sixth book is $100 Million Leads, How to Get Strangers to Buy Your Stuff by Alex Hormozi. Now, this book taught me essentially pretty much how to funnel people into my business in a sense, right? Not only that, it taught me the same thing about the Go Giver as well too. I like both books because Alex Hormozi kind of gave more of like the technicalities of it. Like the Go Giver book kind of gave it more in like a storytelling way. Alex Hormozi gave it in a way where he tells you straight up like, yo, you need to give as much free game as possible, give as much game as possible, and then you use this free game to funnel people into your business. Definitely a good book to read. Check that out. Seventh book is Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill, my boy. Woo! Yo, I've been saying this the whole time, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I've been saying like, yo, this is the top book. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely top. This is like top 3, 4. I don't know. This was like a must-read book for sure. The book is about Napoleon Hill having a conversation with the devil, and the devil is just a personification of negativity and bad habits, right? So essentially, what I learned from this book was that you can't be a drifter. A drifter is someone that is not a free thinker. A drifter is someone that is not in control of their mind, and they allow their mind to drift. AKA, they allow their mind to drift to bad habits and drift to shit that just doesn't matter, okay? So for instance, like what you gotta understand is your mind is a hook. If you do not put this hook on anything, right, the hook is gonna go to toxicity. The hook is gonna go to negativity. So for instance, this is why you gotta put your focus on something. If you don't put your focus onto evolution, working out, working on your business, things that's actually gonna put you to the next level of life, guess what? Your mind is gonna wanna focus on something. So if you're not actually putting it on positivity, then it's gonna wanna focus on scrolling on Instagram, looking at shit that don't matter. It's gonna wanna go to drugs, drinking. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna wanna put its focus onto something. So you can't allow your mind to run rapid and just focus on random things that don't matter. You gotta, cause that's drifting, okay? You gotta be a non-drifter and be focused and be like, no, I'm not putting my focus here. No, my focus is going here. We going up. So yeah, the main thing that I got from this book was life is about your habits, right? I don't care about your mindset. You could be the realest nigga in the world. You can have the best mindset in the world. Show me your habits and I will show you your life, okay? You can be a real nigga here, but your habits resemble a bum. That means that you're gonna be a bum. You're gonna have a bum lifestyle. You see what I'm saying? Because your habits are your actions. So at the end of the day, if you have poor habits, you are going to be a poor man. You can have a rich mindset and poor habits. You're gonna be a poor man. Bad habits will deteriorate a good mindset. Good habits will build a good mindset. So overall, this book helped me stay focused on my business, and now this is why I'm making over $15,000 a month, right? So moving on. Next book, right? The 8th book is Contagious, okay? By Jonah Berg. I think it's something like that. I think it's something like that. I think it's Jonah Berger or something like that. So yeah, Contagious by Jonah Berger. Pretty much in the Contagious book, right? What the dude is talking about is, he's talking about why certain videos or certain things on social media pretty much blow up and start trending. He also said when you're starting a business and you're offering a product to people or you're offering some type of service to people, right, that you need to provide testimonials, okay? Because people like word of mouth, right? Because I can come up here right now and tell you, yo, join my university, bro. You're going to start making $10K a month, right? But the minute you actually go to the link in the description, you push my link in the description, you see all the testimonials. One dude say, yeah, bro, I gained over 150K followers in here. You're actually seeing people getting followers. You're actually seeing people being successful. Now that's what's gonna make you join. You see what I'm saying? So it's about the testimonials. So if you got a business right now, you need to focus on, I need to get as many testimonials as possible so more people wanna actually support my business. 9th book is Reality Transurfing, right? So this is like one of my favorite books as well too. This book, right, it kind of just confirmed a lot of things that I already knew, but it's definitely a good book to read. Like I'm never the type of person to be like, oh, I already know this information, so I'm not gonna read a book. That's retarded, okay? Don't ever think that you're too smart to read a book, because that's what a fool would think. A fool thinks that he's all knowing. A wise one knows that he's always learning, okay? So don't ever think, like, don't ever be a fool and think that you know it all. No. Like, a wise one is always learning, and this is why he's a wise one, right? So that's why I'm always down to read a book. Even if I know the information in there, I'll still read the book. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, Reality Transurfing, the main takeaway from that book is it's gonna help you realize that the world is a mirror of you, okay? So you have to control how you feel. Understand this, like, whatever emotional vibration that you put out to the world is what you're gonna receive. How many of you have ever got mad at one thing, and then all of a sudden you got mad at something in the morning, and now it's 6 p.m. and you're still getting mad about things. And now you're going to sleep mad. Now you wake up the next day mad about something. Like, you got to understand this, like, whatever emotion that you put out to the world, you're going to manifest more things that confirm that emotion that you have. So for instance, if I get mad at one thing, I'm now, because the world is a mirror of how I feel, if I get mad at something, it's going to be more things in my reality that make me mad, okay? And that's why it's called Reality Transurfing. You got to transmute your emotions. And overall, the book was talking about becoming an alchemist, right? Not taking anything personal, but transmuting energy. If you hand me gold, I will turn it into a chain. And if you give me a pile of shit, I will find a piece of gold in that pile of shit. You see what I'm saying? So if you give me positivity, I'm going to turn it into more positivity. If you give me negativity, I'm going to take that negativity, transmute it into positivity, and then I'm going to run with that positivity. And the 10th book is Goals by Brian Tracy, okay? Essentially what the book is talking about is you need to set goals so you can be more organized. A lot of y'all feel lost in life and you don't know what to do in life. It's because you don't have no goals in life. Okay, you can have small goals and you can have big goals. You just need to constantly set goals. I'm always setting new goals. I have big goals, right? And then some of my big goals I've accomplished, and I still have small goals, and I make small goals every single day because I'm always working towards all my goals, right? So no cap, like what this helped me really do is I was the type of person I'd be like, you know what? I don't really need goals, bro. I'm gonna be successful without goals. Like, I just get things done, woo woo. That's bullshit, okay? Set goals. Once you set goals, you're gonna actually see how much you get done in life. You're gonna actually see how successful you are once you actually set goals. And this is gonna actually make you more successful. Now look, let me give you a gem. Let me tell you how to actually write down your goals. Now when you write down a goal, don't write it down as in, let's say you wanna make $100,000 a year. Don't say, oh, I wanna make $100,000 a year. No, say, I make $100,000 a year, or I have made $100,000 a year. When you write it in the present or the past tense, you start tricking your brain into actually believing that this is actually happening. This is manifestation. You actually start putting yourself in the energy of an individual that makes $100,000 a year, right? So now that you actually got this down on a piece of paper or you got this in your phone, now you're like, okay, well, I make $100,000 a year, okay? Now you're gonna be thinking, how? Okay, how do I do this, right? See, when you say I will make $100,000 a year, you're not thinking in the current moment how I do this. You're gonna like, oh yeah, it's gonna happen one day. It's gonna happen. And then you just keep it in your phone, you just keep it in your notes, and now you don't never touch it again. Now it's been 2 years and you still don't make $100,000 a year. When you actually say I make $100,000 a year, you actually start feeling like you actually make that. So now you're gonna start having, it's gonna be like, yo, it's gonna literally be like magic. You're gonna start having ideas come to your head like, yo, I never thought about doing that before. Why? Because you never put yourself in the energy of somebody that actually makes $100,000 a year. I'm trying to tell you this shit. You got to walk by faith. Yo, I'm trying to tell you this. Like this, what I'm telling you right now, yo, this is going to change your life. I would not be making over $15,000 a month if I did not do this. Before I started making over $15,000 a month, I had to feel like I was already making that shit. Now I'm actually making it. So now once you write your goal and you say, I make $100,000 a year, right? Now you can actually list steps to this goal now. So now it's not just you just saying this, right? You're actually listing steps to it. And now you can actually complete the steps one by one. So it might be your first step is, oh, get a 9-to-5. Okay, yo, I'm gonna make a YouTube channel. Then I'm gonna use my 9-to-5 money to invest in myself and invest in my equipment. And then your next step be like, oh, I'm gonna join Von University so I can actually learn how to make 10K a month. And then I can actually learn how to gain an audience. And then I can learn how to create a business so I can actually funnel this audience that I have now into my business. So yeah, that's how it should look once you actually start writing down your goals. And I got an extra book for you, okay? I got one more book for you. I told you 10, I got one more book for you. Now, everybody should know this book. If you don't know this book, go read a book called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This is a book, like, I've read this like 3 years ago. Everybody needs to go read this book, especially if you're trying to be wealthy.